This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, His Highness Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, has presided over the launch of the Love for UAE campaign on Sunday. As part of the campaign, footballer Cristiano Ronaldo and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will express their affection for the UAE as part of a campaign ahead of the 45th National Day. On the occasion of the launch, Sheikh Saif said that loving one's homeland was the main motivation for youth to be creative and innovative and contribute to their country's development. The campaign was the brainchild of students taking part in the Khalifa Empowerment Programme for Students, or Aqdar, also sponsored by His Highness Sheikh Saif. 44 prominent figures are taking part, and officials launched a contest to choose a 45th celebrity to profess their love. The public is asked to submit their expressions of love for the UAE ahead of the National Day on the 2nd of December. As Emiratis represent only 1% of UAE workforce in the private sector, over 50 private and semi-government sector companies have attended the Kafaat Internship Fair in Dubai, offering a wide range of opportunities for over 2,000 Emirati students. While touring the internship fair and speaking to many exhibitors at the event, Her Excellency Shamma bin Suhail bin Faris Al Mazroui, the UAE Minister of State for Youth Affairs, and His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Bilhoul, the UAE Minister of State for Higher Education, were briefed about internship opportunities available to empower young graduates for a successful career. Commenting on their study, Emirates Foundation officials stated that there remains a huge gap between the education sector and the needs of the job market, as young Emirati graduates plan to acquire the required knowledge and skills to land private sector jobs. The fair provides a perfect opportunity for them to interact with some of the best names in the UAE's private sector. Although a majority of the youth still prefer working in the government sector, officials highlighted that there is a visible shift in the thinking of young Emirati graduates.
For the past couple of years, a big percentage of Emiratis that are considering the private sector. A platform like this one allows the students to look at the opportunities when it comes to an internship. And to me, an internship is an opportunity for both parties. For the employer to have a look at the skill set available, and also for the student to have a look at the opportunities out there. And also, there are also a lot of matches that have happened where some of those have converted to full-time employees. So it's a great platform. We always say that to have a fully diversified economy, Emiratis have to work in both the public and the private sector, and this is a big initiative that will help us achieve that goal.
I think this is one of the first of its kind to really focus on internships. So we know that a huge amount has been done on Emiratization and in terms of, Tauteen, the whole initiative to promote local talent. But there's never been this focus on internship. And I think internship is the missing trick, if you like, that it's the one piece of the puzzle that hasn't had enough focus. Let's get these young kids into a tasting experience, understanding what the private sector is, and then we can look at long-term employment opportunities. And I believe then those employment opportunities will be more successful.
A number of companies participating in the fair stated that this is a perfect recruitment platform for them, as they aim to attract the top talent, and internship opportunities allow them to train and screen the right candidates for a potential permanent position. During the fair, a number of experts offered motivational and interactive sessions to students focusing on job readiness and skill development.
Honestly, our participation in Kafaat Internship, I believe, is very good because here you get to meet the students or potential employees that you can actually bring on board. So we offer a lot of things for these students. We do different programs like internship programs, summer programs for students in schools, and as well as fresh graduates who are willing to join the sector, basically. So these are the types of different programs we have. In terms of internship, it all depends about the university on the program length, so 6 to 8 weeks, I would say. It goes across different departments, that depending on the specialization of the student and the requirement of the university.
We expected to see the private sector here. We are looking for internships for our work placement for the college. So we were looking around for companies so we can intern at. The private have better or not better, more experience, more that we can do in the private sector than in the government sector.
As the UAE intends to play a major role in the international space exploration industry, the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center has announced the details of the 4th World Space Risk Forum, which will be held this year. At a press conference, senior representatives of the Space Center, along with the main organizers, announced that the 4th edition of the biannual forum will be held in Dubai between the 2nd to the 4th of November, bringing over 400 leaders of the global space industry. To be held under the theme Unlocking Business in Space, the event will bring together experts, satellite operators, manufacturers, risk managers, insurance brokers and lawyers to discuss the current trends as well as the opportunities in the global space arena. It was added that the forum will bring a number of keynote speakers to discuss the driving forces of the space industry while highlighting up-to-date security measures surrounding satellite launch and manufacturing. According to the Satellite Industry Association, the global space industry is estimated at $335 billion in 2015, with the risk management sector also gaining attention, as panelists stated that space insurance industry is valued at $700 million. According to the speakers, as the industry continues to expand, risk is becoming one of the most critical topics of discussion for the space industry, and the forum will look to exchange best practices to ensure a safe environment for space programs, particularly as the UAE aims to launch the Khalifa Sat by 2018.
The UAE is a major player in the region in terms of space. As you mentioned, we have Dubai Sat 1, Dubai Sat 2 and Khalifa Sat. And when we approach these projects, the way we engineer them obviously is based on international standards. So we look at standards that have been in place in the space industry for many, many years. We make sure that we follow those standards in manufacturing so that we obviously reduce the risk in terms of malfunction during orbit. Another one would be obviously the devices that we choose, the components that we would be designing and installing in our satellite are components that have a lot of heritage, space heritage. So space heritage is key here towards reducing the risk. The third aspect would be when we choose the launch vehicle that will launch our satellite, we are very focused on the success rate of that vehicle, how many failures has it previously had, and why those failures occurred, so that we can try to reduce the total amount of risk on our satellites. The last point I would add to that is that obviously because it's a risky business, space is risky. It's not something that happens, launches don't happen every day. There's about 80 a year, so it's quite a rare occurrence. So you have to obviously look at coverage in terms of insurance and trying to reduce your exposure in case something does happen.
The Roads and Transport Authority has announced that the renewal of driving license will be available only online from the end of next month. The move is part of the RTA Smart Government initiative that aims to move the majority of its services away from its customer service centres, making them available through various electronic channels like smart apps, smart kiosks, the RTA call centre as well as its website. According to Ahmed Hashim Behrosian, the CEO of the RTA's licensing agency, the driving licence renewals will be made available online in a gradual manner, with the renewal of licenses for those under the age of 21 moving online from October 16, while from the 27th of November, all driving licenses will be renewed only through alternative channels. License renewals will be available at the approved eye testing centres as well. 2 other services are also being made available online, with the replacement of lost or damaged driving licence cards, which will move online from the 30th of October, while from the 13th of November, applications for driver experience certificates will be accepted only through the web. With schools back in full swing, doctors are urging parents to ensure that their children are vaccinated against the flu in order to prevent the onset of more serious symptoms. While most children will only suffer from the usual runny nose, sore throat, fever and headache, according to doctors from Meteor Hospital in Dubai, a simple flu can lead to more serious conditions such as ear infections, bronchitis and pneumonia. With the flu easily spread through direct contact with an infected person, children are more susceptible to contracting the illness, especially since they are less likely to cover their nose and mouth when they sneeze or cough. According to Dr. Mohammed Zahiruddin, a specialist pediatrician, it is recommended that children are administered the flu or the influenza vaccine to prevent the spread of the condition and also to reduce the likelihood of developing more serious diseases such as pneumonia or bronchitis. The doctor added that they should be vaccinated annually for optimum results. The American Academy of Pediatrics and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States both recommend that children above 6 months old are vaccinated, as it reduces the flu risk by 50 to 60%. While babies younger than 6 months are at higher risk for contracting the flu, so it is recommended that parents, caregivers and older kids are vaccinated to ensure the disease isn't spread. The vaccine should be ideally given at the end of October, as it expires the following June, giving a period of 2 to 3 months for the child to build up immunity against the flu before the onset of the next season. However, the flu vaccine should be avoided for those who have a severely weakened immune system, egg allergy, severe asthma, and those allergic to vaccine antibiotics. The Dubai municipality has warned beachgoers against swimming after sunset as part of a social media awareness campaign that it has been launched to ensure better beach safety in Dubai. The move follows recent cases of drowning reported in Dubai, including that of an Indian man who drowned while swimming in Sukim in the early hours of last Friday. The municipality this weekend took to social media to publicize the instructions to be obeyed while swimming in the open beaches. Dubai police had in the past made a similar appeal to the public, pointing out that the possibility of drowning is higher when people swim in the dark. The municipality also warned swimmers against venturing into water when the red flag is raised during bad weather conditions. It noted that when the yellow flag is raised, people should swim with caution and follow the lifeguard's instructions. Swimmers are also advised not to swim close to the rocks or outside the safe zone. In most of the open beaches in Dubai, areas for swimming have been marked through floating buoys and ropes, and safety officials have warned that swimming past these limits can invite trouble. And finally, in the bulletin, Modul University Dubai, the only Austrian university in the Middle East that specializes in tourism and hospitality education, was inaugurated in Dubai today with over 100 students from 32 nationalities already enrolled for various programs. The opening ceremony held at the Modul University Dubai campus was attended by Dr. Abdullah Al-Karam, Chairman of the Board of Knowledge and Human Development Authority, Ahmed bin Sulayem, the Executive Chairman of DMCC, and His Excellency Andreas Liebmann, the Ambassador of Austria to the UAE, among other senior officials. While stating that the UAE is a booming tourism and hospitality hub in the world, officials noted that Modul University Dubai will offer a unique model in higher education with a strong focus in hospitality and tourism sectors, and also help drive the knowledge-based economy across the region. Austrian officials attending the event highlighted that Dubai is already well known as a tourist destination with ever-increasing number of Austrian tourists visiting the Emirate, and the presence of an Austrian university in Dubai will help in improving cultural relations between both the countries. Modul University Dubai, which specializes in undergraduate and MBA degree programs in hospitality and tourism management, is 90% owned by Dubai Investments.
The Modul University will be the first university of Austria in the Middle East. Therefore, it will be a cornerstone in our bilateral relations with the United Arab Emirates. I think in the future, many Austrian students will know this university, and vice versa, many students here at the Modul University will get a much better knowledge of Austria in the future. We have about 150,000 arrivals every year from tourists of the United Arab Emirates, and about 100,000 Austrians who come to the United Emirates as tourist destination every year. So there is already an intensive contact between our people, and I think this is the best way forward to further improve our relations.
In fact, we have very big expectations for Modul University Dubai. It's a century-old university. In fact, it's the world's oldest university offering education in tourism and hospitality. So obviously being located in the Middle East economic and tourism hub, Dubai, makes perfect sense for us. So The vision that we have is to establish Modul University Dubai to become a center of excellence, really, for setting standards for the tourism and hospitality industry and beyond, and contribute positively to the UAE leadership in positioning Dubai as a tourism center. When you are expanding the tourism and hospitality sector at a pace like Dubai has been over the last couple of years, it is essential to have institutions that bring profound quality of education and training. So Modul has these fundamentals, and Dubai can take advantage of this. So definitely, we see the need for that, the expanding need really, and this is why we're very excited to have this opportunity.